In this part of the tutorial, we're going to discuss about doing some mockup on things like wall, any device, or it can be anything. So it's all about tracking actually. So we want to go for something complex, like you have camera movement, like there is a zoom in, zoom out, things like this. So to replace this image here, we are going to use Mocha AE. So we're not going to use any kind of corner pin, the basic one, as corner pin will not work as there is a lot of movement, there is a lot of positioning. So let's start. Then I'll just select the footage and then I'll go to effect, then Boris FX, Mocha and Mocha AE, and we have the effects on this footage. So now we'll click on Mocha and it will take us to a new interface of Mocha AE. So we have our footage here in Mocha AE interface, and this, as you can see, this is the timeline of the Mocha AE, and I think this is the right place. If we track the main banner of this, then we can track the whole thing. So to do that, we need to click on create X spline. Then we need to create some lines or dot. Click on here and create a box, and I'll make sure that everything, the main billboard is within this rectangle shape, and there is a curve there, as you can see. So we need to adjust the curve, and you can adjust the curve just dragging the blue lines. So if you drag the blue lines, you can adjust the curve. So now we have the sharp one. Okay, it is done. Now we need to create a grid on, and we have the grid on. Now we need to click on show surface. When we'll have the show surface option, then we can specify where our information will go. So for example, it can be a solid, it can be an image, it can be a video, it can be anything. So try to be as much as precise you can be in this part. So I'm just specifying my four corners of the lines so that we have the perfect rectangle shape. I think we're done. We're ready to track. Specify it more so that we don't have anything like outside the billboard of this wall. So there we go. Now we're going to track the whole thing. So there is a tracking option. It actually, when you click on it, it will track forward, and if you click on this thing, it will track backward. Select this option, track backward, then I'll click on track forward. I will fast forward the tutorial. So we have our tracking done. Now we need to save. So there is a save button, as you can see, save the project, or you can press Ctrl S. So we're going to save this project, then we'll close it. So we have our tracking, and all the tracking is here. So all the tracking data is basically transform and other like perspective and position and scaling. Okay, so we need to create a solid. I'm going to create a solid here, and I'll just make this blow. Okay, now I'll right click on it, then I'll pre-compose it and leave all attributes. Okay, now there is a I button here, so I'm going to click it so that I can do my tracking information like I'll just, the thing we have just tracked, I want to copy that information and paste it here, but the process is actually a bit different. There is no Ctrl+C and V. So firstly, what we need to do, we need to select the track, the data we have tracked. So we need to click on create track that data, and we have this option layer 1. I'll hit OK. Then we have this corner pin with support motion blur transform. So I'll just select corner pin. You can also use corner pin with motion blur if you want motion blur on your footage, and also transform. I'm going to select the corner pin. Then we have this layer, which layer all the information will go. As you can see, if you hit F4 on your keyboard, the FX option, there is no effects, like there is no effect. See, it is blank. So now I'll just select this composition and apply export, and you'll see this FX option will be here also. Okay, so click on export. So there we go. So we have all the data. So hit U on your keyboard. See, all the data is here. I'm going to on the I button, and as you can see, we have successfully replaced it. It has been tracked and it is perfectly there. So whatever we're going to write here, so if we write something here, we'll see it. So I'll write, for example, motion graphics artist. Okay, so I'll make it black, and I'll scale it down, and okay, and title says action. I just want to position it here. Okay. So it can be anything. We can also put a video here or image here. So we just have this basic. Okay, now let's go to the footage. See, so this is our advanced tracking. So you can now track anything, like any devices, mobile phone, tablet, TV screen, monitor. It can be frame, so anything you can now track it. Thank you for watching.